Alright, hello, here we are back, hole number 9, Expert Division for the Voyager tournament. And you can see that I'm going to go with a relatively standard bag, whether you need to go Apoc or Thor off the tee, not a real big deal. You do want to kind of keep it a little bit shorter off the tee for this shot, as keeping it shorter keeps it out of the tree. So you really don't got to get carried away with your topspin, you just need to kind of focus on kind of a precision shot, and with the way that they just angled that wind, that's going to make things really challenging. So here I'm going to use a plus 25%, and I'm still going to use my max ring adjustment on top of that. So plus 25% plus max ring, and as I mentioned, with that wind angle, it's going to make this pretty much as complicated as a drive, other than a headwind case, where you'd be very towards max club, would be the only way that this would be a little bit tougher. But you can see there, pretty solid approach there. So there's, two ways that I do it. I do sometimes use this as well. What's a more safe road for you guys until you get a POC 5? I'm going to recommend that you just kind of hit it off like this towards the side. And as I mentioned, try to keep your top spin down a little bit. And here you can see with the 7.9, 10 rings. That can't be. Yeah. Oh, that's still not right. So 6 rings. 6 rings with a little bit of curl. Here's 5, 6. As I mentioned, just a little bit of curl. So get this going towards the left-hand side of the fairway. I did hit a great ball, but all in all, it's relatively aggressive. And as I mentioned, just try to keep it a little bit shorter so that way we have a less shielded view. But you can see that my opponent did get up a little bit farther. As I mentioned, though, it is going to be a little bit easier for that approach with an POC 5, POC 6. But it will make for a very nice approach. Do keep in mind that you probably want to bring a katana or a kingmaker no matter what, because of, you can see with what my opponent is facing here with this shielded view. Now, what I usually do is no real elevation change here. It kind of dips down a little bit and then goes back up. So for this hole, usually I pretty much consider it a wash. Since it does dip down, but then you end up landing on higher ground, it just kind of breaks even, more or less, for this hole. What I've noticed over so whatever my ring adjustment is, that's usually the max value that I use as well. So let's take a look at what we got here. 7.1, 7.3 at max. We probably will stick with our max ring adjustment. And I'll try to, backspin as much as possible. And I'll also try to, land it very, very straight as well. And I might just offset my guide. You can see what I'm doing with the offset ball guide. And then we're just going to go those 7.3 rings that you see here. So that's what you'll see me doing here. And we're right in there. Perfect ball. And just not quite enough. It's a little bit off to the side. You can see that I might have maybe just had it, you can see with my ball guide how it kind of ran through a little bit too strong. I might have just been off on that needle position. So you do want to watch that a little bit. As you can see, my ball came through a little bit hotter than I was hoping to have it. So, just try to even that up, maybe a little bit tighter than I just did with your wind angle. But you can see that, we'll still be in a very nice sniper range. So I don't need to really hit it up there as far as my opponent did anyway. And the worst case that you could end up doing is kind of putting yourself too behind the trees. So just something to be thinking about. But, we will get a little bit honed in the more that we play that one. So, good luck with this tournament, guys. And hopefully today goes well for you. You probably want to, work on getting your adjustments down today and try to come play around tomorrow. And I will have revisions for you guys tomorrow as well. So do be sure to check those out. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And good luck with your rounds today.